welcome to Levant TV headlines. Houthi forces have pulled back from positions in central Aden after airstrikes by the Saudi-led coalition at dawn. Al-Qaeda militants have stormed a prison in southeastern Yemen, releasing several hundred inmates, including one of their leaders, Khalid Batarfi. Islamic militants have attacked an army checkpoint in the north of Egypt's Sinai Peninsula, killing at least 15 soldiers and wounding 19. Iran's Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif says significant progress has been made in nuclear talks with the 6 major powers, but more discussions were needed to reach an agreement. Turkish police have launched early morning raids against suspected members of an ultra-leftist group in Istanbul after 2 deadly shootouts in the city blamed on the militants. Now let's take a look at the top headlines in today's newspapers in the Middle East. Starting from the UAE, the Khalij Times leads reporting that the United States has announced it was lifting its hold on the supply of military equipment to Egypt, which was frozen when the military took power in Cairo nearly 2 years ago. The paper also reports that a survey has found that more than 3,000 bachelors are evicted from overcrowded buildings and villas each month in Abu Dhabi, only often to move to other heavily congested buildings in suburban or more remote areas. Lebanon's Daily Star leads reporting that Foreign Minister Gebran Basel says national unity remains an overriding priority for Lebanon's foreign policy, as he clarified that Lebanon's participation was optional in a military Arab force. The paper also reports that Speaker Nabi Berri has postponed until April 22nd Parliament's presidential election session after lawmakers failed to meet quorum amid a boycott by the March 8th coalition. The Egypt Independent leads reporting that Egypt owes foreign energy firms $3.2 billion, having paid them $9.3 billion in arrears in the 9 months to March 31st. The paper also reports that militants from the Islamic State group have seized most of a vast camp for Palestinian refugees on the outskirts of Damascus from other insurgents. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East headlines from the UK papers. The Independent leads its Middle East news, reporting that pictures have emerged of the 9 Britons detained in Turkey who were attempting to cross the border into Syria illegally. The group, which consisted of 3 men, 2 women and 4 children aged between 1 or 2 years old to 11, was arrested in Houthi province on Wednesday. The Telegraph leads its Middle East news, reporting that John Kerry bargained all night with his Iranian counterpart, finishing their last meeting shortly before 6 a.m. on Thursday, as the US Secretary of State tried to reach a deal over Tehran's nuclear program. On day 8 of the talks in Lausanne, Mr. Kerry has now conducted the longest continuous negotiation ever carried out by any Secretary of State since the Camp David summit in 1979. The Guardian leads its Middle East news, reporting that fighting has erupted throughout Yarmouk refugee camp in Damascus, with observers claiming Islamic State has entered the area less than 10 miles from the Syrian capital's most secure hub. Rebels who had remained in Yarmouk's ruins are said to have attacked the new arrivals, and clashes reportedly continued until the evening. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East headlines in the international papers. From Germany, the Deutsche Welle reports that Al-Qaeda militants attacked a prison in the southeastern Yemeni city of Mukalla on Thursday, taking advantage of the deepening chaos in the country to free around 300 inmates, including one of their top leaders. The freed jihadist leader Khalid Batarfi, one of the top regional commanders of Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, is known for his leading role in a 2011 to 2012 battle with the Yemeni military. And finally, the New York Times reports that militants in North Sinai have simultaneously attacked 2 army checkpoints before dawn, killing at least 11 Egyptian soldiers and wounding at least 19 others. Both assaults involved the use of car bombs, followed by gunfights with the militants, and security officials said at least 15 of the attackers had been killed. And for more updates, please visit Levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us again tomorrow. Bye for now.